I'm not in the army now. My back, it just says ow. I never got rich from digging a ditch. I'm not in the army now.
Okay, welcome to Morin Store. We are today going to talk, of course, about some toys. Specifically, we're going to talk about the alternatives retail wise for non Hasbro vehicles. These are alternatives in the scheme that you can go to Target or Amazon or Walmart. And in some cases, you can find these products in your bargain stores like Ross or Dee Dee's Discount. And for a while there, you could find them in some of the other ones as well. And I'd have to say that the king of this category is definitely going to have to be Mattel. They have pretty much the bulk of the vehicles that you're looking for, and they're not really even trying. Most of these products were made for different sized vehicles, and they accidentally can fit the vehicles, the function that you want to do for your line. Um, Specifically, there's the Lightyear products, and of course the WWE products, and the Barbie line. Here's a Motu ship that I haven't modded yet, but look what we got in it already. Got a bunch of people getting ready to be in it. This is not even meant for figures this size. This is a Barbie RC that you can find very easily at your Ross. It doesn't look like it's easy to find, but it is. I found it to be a little difficult to mod. I moved the seat up and I disabled the RC function, which I'm prone to do. And for some reason, I guess we can look at it a little better. I redid a lot of the, if you can tell the glue marks here, a lot of the floor has been redone. So yeah, that's how that worked out. And I put my modified liked it enough that I kept it for my modified Mezco Firefly. Anyway, yeah, that's going to be a lot of work. Just letting you know. If you're hoping to escape work, this isn't a hobby for you. You just want it already made for you. Just get used to spending $300. There are companies that'll hook you up. And I'd say that the runner-up right now is McFarlane, because he makes just a shit ton of Batman. Every time there's money to be made, it's usually a Batman vehicle. And most of these are pretty good for what you want to do as well. It's made for a larger figure, but of course it seems to fit the 6-inch lines as well. Sometimes more or less, depending on which one we're talking about. The interesting thing about the McFarlane vehicles is that they tend to cause the trend of making the vehicles thicker. Here's a big, for instance. This is, for all intents and purposes, a pretty good vehicle. But you notice it's a lot thicker and wider. And I'm using this guy to show you how big this damn thing is. By contrast, this is a WWE Wrecking Mobile. It is much smaller. But that is a trend that seems to have moved over to other lines. So a lot of the vehicles are getting thicker. So the former champion for a long time was Playmates. And they made a lot of vehicles for the Turtles. And you could modify those heavily. The problem is that the bulk of them are a bit small. And so what you're trying to do is fit a larger figure into a vehicle made for 5-inch figures, which is difficult. Here is your best bet, and this is the sewer spooer. This vehicle is fucking amazing. I'm almost done with it. It has doors that open. The problem is the interior seats are horrible. So here's a Marvel Legends figure standing next to it. This is as close as you're going to get to a modern vehicle that's replacing the Humvee. I think it's the JRTV. Other vehicles that you can find at the Walmart or the Target are these RC vehicles. And what you're going to find, usually they look like this. I did not paint this one because I thought it looked cool for my rednecks. Yeah, this is technically this is a Motu guy that I put on a much smaller body. I thought he made a pretty good looking redneck. I guess you would call them dreadnoughts in your world. Were they? I have a redneck background, so they're just normal people to me. But there are also some other brands, and we'll talk about those. Let's see what we can show you here. If you're chasing after mechs, you can't go wrong with these. You have Jada making these mechs. You can still find those in some places. Sometimes this guy. And this figure, you can figure out how to get an action figure in that one. You could find these at all your Dollar Generals and those kind of stores. It's kind of a quest. These Bella's cruisers are usually only about $10, and you'll find them at Dee Dee's Discount, and they are a treasure trove for parts. If you want a really good interior for your vehicles, this is your go-to. I mean, it's an ugly car, but the interiors are fucking solid, and $10 is a steal. And that windshield's going to go into this Bentley that I found at another discount store I'm not done with. And another Bella's car is what
went inside of this thing. So now you know. Get as many of these as you can. I'm running out of WWE parts for vehicles, and I'm pretty sure those are going to go inside of a lot of big trucks that I'm going to be parting out. Like that thing over there, which I'm not going to show you yet. That thing's going to have, that pickup truck is going to eventually have one of these bellas inside of it. It is made out of, you probably recognize the RC. I'm using pieces of, a lot of these RCs have paper thin plastic covers, and I needed to use the Bella's plastic here to beef it up, because it was just too frail. And seemed like, and then I used like a Barbie doll car. I believe it was the Barbie ambulance at the bottom, and yeah, so it's a real Frankenstein, that one. I'm not done with it by far. Whenever I finish it, I'll probably make a video about it. Same thing with that monstrosity over there. I'm just catching you up here, and all the seems to be a lot of questions going on about what you can use and what you can get by on. And another thing you could probably use are these lorry vehicles. You could still find those on Amazon. This over here is a lorry pickup truck that I painted. You're going to have to lift the seat up with like a little piece of wood. I used Lego pieces because I didn't realize that you could just use wood for these. And this guy way over here is actually something you can get at Ross. It won't have those missiles on it, but you can improvise with some gridiron shit and some packaging trash, and you'll be alright. What you're going to need to understand about all of these vehicles, what they have in common is that you're going to spend some money. If you're looking for a cheap alternative to toy collecting, the only alternative is to stop collecting, because you're just going to spend money no matter what you do.